Hey guys, Olizandri here, bringing you some gameplay on WMD today. This is actually a pretty old video. This was made within the first week, maybe 2 weeks of Black Ops. I'm not quite sure anymore actually, but it was originally meant to be my first Black Ops post for Project Envy, which is now an inactive channel, changing the way it's running, so I'm not sure if I'm part of it anymore. We'll find out later on, I don't know. We'll see what happens to that channel, but I thought I'd bring it to you now because pretty much I need some gameplay that is fairly long, because most of my extremely theatre mode edited stuff actually only lasts 5 minutes, just to talk about some things, some topics, do a commentary as it were. So I'm bringing you this gameplay now. Enjoy the new player slaying, as it were. Anyway, to start off, let's do a little bit of gameplay, I guess. WMD, I haven't done a commentary on this map yet, and one of the things that pretty much everyone should have noticed by now is this map is extremely one-dimensional, in the sense that the middle building is key to all gameplay on it. Any game type, any game mode, this middle building is the clutch point. If you hold this building, you win. It doesn't matter if it's TDM, it doesn't matter if it's any other game mode. You win this game if someone on your team is keeping the enemy out of this building and just slaying within it. Easier said than done, but perfect motion sensor placing right slap back and bang in the middle can make it a one-man paradise. Now the reason I'm saying this is just because throughout this gameplay I will be holding the middle building throughout the start. The start is just to bed into the domination game. And of course, from the middle building, you can easily defend A and B. There is windows overlooking both. However, of course, you can't see C, and these are the preferred points for you to have in the game, as far as I'm concerned. A and B, all the way. So, you know, taking that middle building is really important. So the first half of the gameplay is that. The second half of the gameplay will be me pushing their spawn and doing some work, you know, kind of like slyly in their buildings, just killing them. So the first half is objective based. I'm playing to win the domination. When it's apparent that it's going to be a win, I'm going to go for kills, I'm going to go for score, because that's what makes the game fun, just killing everyone you see. After the win, of course, after the win. Anyway, I wanted to talk about the Olizandri setup. Hacker, ghost, sleight of hand. Now, I've actually heard a couple of other commentators decry this setup, as it's too easy, and of course it's goddamn too easy. That's the whole point in looking for the powerful setups. In my eyes, it is the perfect pub stomping setup. If you haven't used it yet, you really should. I fell into it quite easily because Ninja, originally at the start of the game, of course, it didn't work. There was no real sound whoring to be done. So Hacker was the next best thing. Also the fact that Ninja lacks the walking through the motion sensor thing, which I've said it several times in other commentaries. I set myself up like I'm playing against myself. So Ghost is simply there because I think UAVs are invaluable. Everyone knows that. Anyone who runs that RC car instead of the UAV doesn't know what they're missing. It's the third best kill streak in the game. Oh, actually, I'll change that. The second best kill streak in the game. The first, of course, being the SR-71 Blackbird. So the Ghost perk is entirely just to avoid UAVs, which I feel, of course, second most powerful kill streak in the game. I don't want to have to deal with it. That's why I use it. Now, I won't advocate Ghost in the usage that is perceived in regularly, which is corner camping, camping. Often used with the silent Galil, because that's all I ever hear, you know. Oh my god, you're a silent Galil guy and you've got Ghost and you're so stereotypical, blah. I won't ever advocate in that way, but for me it's a Russia's perk. Personally, I don't want to be in an enemy spawn and all of a sudden they get a UAV and all of a sudden I'm found by everyone. I want to do my stealth thing. So that's why I use it. That's why I think it's ridiculously good. Sleight of hand. Your second perk in this setup, I actually think, is a bit more on flight. You can choose what you really want, but to me, sleight of hand all the way, because faster reloads. if you're going to walk into an enemy spawn, you need to be able to just reload as fast as possible. You need to be able to aim as fast as possible, because they will come at you like mad. Just something you need. And also another thing, going back on the ghost comment, I don't feel I miss other perks like Scavenger, which I used pretty much exclusively in Modern Warfare 2, because part of the fun of the game is picking up your own guns. So Scav is a completely useless perk for me. A lot of the other tier 1 perks are completely useless to me because of these facts. Ghost is the only one I personally feel viable to my playstyle. Same with Sleight of Hand, it's the only one I feel personally viable to my playstyle. Now, Hacker was born out of the necessity of Ninja not working. Plus the fact that Ninja didn't have one of the abilities it should have had to make it Ninja. Ninja is a sneaking perk, it's meant for you to be stealthy, it's meant for you to be sneaky. But Hacker was the one that got the immune to motion sensors. And I'm going to do a commentary about motion sensors next, because they are by far the best equipment in the game, and proper usage, proper spots known, can propel your gameplay easily into like ridiculous scores. And I'm not talking camping on them, I'm talking using them to sniff out spawn switches, using them to like detect several tiers of the map at once, using them to give information to your teammates rather than just to use it for yourself. That kind of thing. So it kind of just clicked because of that, because Ninja not working and Hacker being given that motion sensor sneaking ability, it actually became better for stealth in a public game, let's put it that way, to go with Hacker than it ever will be to go with Ninja. Personally, it just seems to be the ultimate pub stomping setup. So I wanted to say basically why I use it all the time. I'm just looking to have fun. By having the most fun is, of course, as I've said so many times, you win to have fun. At least in my eyes, there's no fun in losing. You get the most kills, or you get a lot of kills to have fun. You don't die. Dying isn't fun. This perk setup is what I feel is the perfect perk setup for public gameplay. Give it a go. I mean, if you really want me to do a video on all the perks and my views on them, I can do that as well, that's no problem. I will happily cover any commentary subject that is interesting that you guys give to me, because, well, you know, you're my subs. What you want to hear is what I want to do. I'm very good at catering for you anyway, I hope. Anyway, we're coming up to the end of the video, and as you can see, it was a pretty easy stroll in the park, just by getting the right information at the right time, as fast as possible at the start of Black Ops being released. Tactics are key. Anyway, Olizandri here, signing out. See you around.